Welcome to the Richfield American Legion. It's April Assault, and we have a great night planned for you. It's an incredible card, a great crowd assembled here, and once again, Steel Domain Wrestling on YouTube each and every week. Leading off the matches tonight, our main event is going to feature Big Mitch Paradise, your Steel Domain Heavyweight Champion, along with Tatsiana. He'll be taking on the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knyte, in a non-title match. So without further ado, let's bring him on in. The Steel Domain Heavyweight Champion, Big Mitch Paradise. Mitch Paradise, you will be taking on, of course, the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knyte, along with Tatsiana. A new look here tonight?
What are you looking at? Why are you staring at her? Nothing. We'll get to Craven Knyte in a minute. There's something I'd like to address. Something that happened last month out here that I'm not too happy about. You see, my manager, Tatsiana, was cutting a promo out here, and you people did the lowest thing you could possibly do, because this is professional wrestling, and you people out there, you disrespected her and acted very unprofessional. So in the future, pay attention. In the future, when Tatsiana is talking, you people shut your mouths. Another issue from last month, Steel Domain Wrestling. I announced that yes, Mitch Paradise has a health condition. Oh, you like that, huh? I have been experiencing high blood pressure, and the fans of SDW are to blame, because when you people don't shut your mouths out here, it makes me stressed out, and my blood pressure starts going through the roof. So right now, I'm gonna calm it back down for my sake and for yours. Everybody just shut up when I'm talking. Let's get to what you were talking about.
Well, the big question that I have is non-title match. Why?
Non-title match, you can't figure that out? Even these morons out here could figure that out. Craven Knyte doesn't deserve a shot at this because he hasn't beaten anybody. He's like the dirt on the bottom of my shoe. Oh yeah, he's beat a few guys, but nobody the caliber of Mitch Paradise and Tatsiana. Even a blind fool like you should be able to see that.
Well, let's get to the bottom of this. Morris Merrill, the commissioner, come on in. The architect, Ed Hellier. Craven Knyte has really done a heck of a job here in Steel Domain Wrestling, especially here in Richfield. Why is this a non-title match?
Well, we've got some news for the champion. First of all, Craven Knyte is a very worthy opponent, and he's also worthy of a title match. So I consulted with Commissioner Morris Merrill, and Morris has made a decision on what the status of that match is going to be tonight. Morris, you want to fill him in?
The people want to see a fighting champion, so you will put your belt on the line tonight.
There you have it, Mitch.
That was real cute. You got the people excited for a second, but guess what? I am Mitch Paradise. This is Tatsiana. I defend this belt when I want to, not when some goof wants me to.
This will be a title match, and the announcement will be made during the main event.
I won't be out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Heavyweight champion Mitch Paradise for the championship in a title match against the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knyte. We'll be back right after this.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of you, or your families, asking you to put yourself in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep you secure for the rest of your life. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
To my left, the challenger from the Bronx, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is Craven Knyte! And to my right, the current Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, accompanied by the Supreme Female, Tatsiana, from Paradise City, weighing in at 285 pounds. He is the ultimate male. He is Mitch Paradise.
From the the American Legion Auditorium in Richfield, Minnesota. This is what it's all about. The Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Mitch Paradise, forced to put the title on the line, an edict by not only Commissioner Morris Merrill, but the promoter, the architect, Ed Hellier. Mitch thought this was going to be a non-title matchup. Unfortunately, he was told in no uncertain terms, you're going to be a fighting champion, you are going to defend the title, and thus Craven Knyte gets a shot.
Can you excuse me for a minute? Can you please introduce me properly?
I will talk about the important things, such as...
Ladies and gentlemen, sitting beside the voice of Minnesota wrestling, yours truly, the legendary, the one, the only Golden Idol. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the business at hand. Something important, including the Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Mitch Paradise brought to the ring by Tatsiana. She calls herself the Supreme Female. Mitch is referred to as the Ultimate Male. Together, they are called the Perfect 20. Wow. Mitch defending the championship against the very, very capable Extreme Assassin, Craven Knyte.
That's what I say about me and Aaron Corbin and the rest of the Tempo, the Perfect 20. We're pretty perfect.
You can leave your IQ out of this.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. God dang. Anyway, I agree with what you're saying about Mitch.
Craven Knyte, ladies and gentlemen, who came to the Twin Cities literally off the streets in the Bronx, New York. He navigated here to the state of Minnesota, knowing the reputation not only of the wrestlers that have come through the state and developed into superstars all over the world, but also he knows the reputation, knew the reputation of Steel Domain Wrestling, contacted the promotion, and he has been a megastar ever since.
And that I'll totally agree with. Craven Knyte is a phenomenal athlete, has been down to the Performance Center with WWE. The young man is by far a phenomenal athlete. He phenomenal physique. The guy is just unbelievable off the top. He can do amazing things in the ring. So that much I will definitely agree with you on.
And let's add that other endorsement. You know, there's so much talent here top to bottom in
Absolutely.
Steel Domain. But when you get a guy like Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, a Hall of Famer, who comes out and says the guy on your roster that has the most going for him is Craven Knyte, you know you've got the real deal.
We just came back from Cauliflower Alley this past week in Las Vegas, and he said it again, and he said, how's that young man doing? Again, unbelievable, because he backs him 100%.
Now Mitch playing a little psychological game in there. Going to finally get a Greco-Roman knuckle lock here. I'm not sure if Craven, as powerful as he is, can match strength. with Big Mitch Paradise. He's trying to hang in there.
Well, it's tough. When you got a guy the size of Mitch Paradise and you want to do something like this, it's very tough. As strong as Craven is, Mitch Paradise has that height over him, which makes it even more difficult.
Oh, and that knee to the short ribs isn't going to help Craven Knight's cause either. Mitch Paradise with that shot, that right hand, hard into the buckle. Mitch Paradise, there's nothing fancy about him, but man, he is he's a machine. He's a beast in that ring. Now Craven trying to turn it on here. Paradise with a block.
Unbelievable. Mitch Paradise just learned how to text. He doesn't even know how to use the internet.
Well, it's because Mitch doesn't want to have anything to do with the outside world. I mean, that's
probably
basically what it is. Oh, Craven Knight with that boot right to the small of the back. We're not going to take a thing away from Craven Knight. They call him the Extreme Assassin for good reason. He is absolutely loaded with talent. His arsenal, he can brawl, he can wrestle scientifically, he can do everything. And despite what Mitch Paradise said earlier on, Craven Knight more than deserves a championship match.
And this is one match, Mick, that you'll hear me say, two phenomenal athletes in the ring. No doubt about it.
I got to agree with you there. Now they've taken it to the outside, expanding the playing field just a little bit. I think when you take it to the floor, it's to the benefit of Mitch Paradise.
Absolutely, because Mitch has that upper hand when you take it to the floor. Mitch knows how to use everything and utilize everything that's around him.
Oh, wait a minute. An attempt to run Craven into the post. Oh, Mitch goes into the post. I think he blocked a headshot, but his shoulder went into the post. And now Craven and Tatsiana getting into a little verbal confrontation, which allowed Mitch to drop the bomb on Craven Knight.
I can't see around this monitor.
It's not often that Tatsiana gets physically involved in a matchup, but when she does, she makes it count, as you well know. She slapped you around 6 or 7 times.
That was for play. As you can see, she's on the right side of the road now, so it was obviously for play.
You enjoyed it, in other words.
Right, it was playful to me. You're jealous, aren't you?
A little bit.
Tatsiana.
Only because I'd like to slap you myself over the top. Oh, my God. Mitch tried for the suplex. Craven in for the count. Wow. Oh, that right to the top of the head. Mitch Paradise, I'm telling you, he's like a Mack truck. If you're in his way, he is going to absolutely run right over you.
A testament to Mitch Paradise and what he does and how he works out. This guy doesn't even use a regular gym. I mean, this guy's outdoors working out.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God, look at this.
No, sir, did I say Tatsiana never gets involved, but here she is choking Craven Knight on that second rope strand. Come on, Soltis. Jay's been around the block. He knows you can't turn your back on that kind of nonsense. Whipped into the ropes. Paradise with that big elbow. When Mitch Paradise hits you, it's not an elbow idol, it's a baseball bat.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, just look at his upper body, how massive it is.
We've talked about it. Big Mitch is just a big, strong, no-nonsense, raw-boned farm boy from Minnesota.
That's what I'm telling you. His workout routine is like lifting logs, for Christ's sakes.
Look at now, he's got Craven in a very, very compromising position, hanging upside down, and Tatsiana once again, get her out of here. Somebody get her out of here. Check the visa, do something. But this is nuts. Is her passport expired?
Well, I'm sure it has. Immigrations has been looking for her for a while.
Man. Mitch Paradise, nothing but raw power there. Nothing but raw power. Oh, look at now Mitch. Mitch is doing a little dance in his own, but Craven gets out of the way. Mitch missed the elbow, and now Craven has got to stay on him. He's absolutely, if he's got to have a chance of winning the championship here, he can't give Mitch Paradise 1 extra second. Craven over the top. Now Mitch follows him in. Craven with that boot to the top of the head.
I mean, the problem is, how are you going to wear that? As big as Mitch Paradise is.
Oh, big
my
DDT.
God.
Tremendous DDT on the part of Craven Knight.
How are you going to wear down a guy like Mitch Paradise? How are you going to break him down? Because Craven is so strong as well.
What I would say to that, Idol, is the longer this match goes on, to me, the more it favors Craven Knight because he's got that tremendous endurance factor going for him.
That's right.
The cardio in Craven Knight is incredible. Now, Paradise, these two are just brawling all over the ring. Every time you turn around, one or the other has the upper hand.
And really, the only big difference that you have here is a height difference. I don't know how much strength difference you have between two guys like this.
Craven Knight, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, from the streets of New York City, one tough kid. And yet, when you talk to him in the locker room, he is as quiet and as soft-spoken.
Church mouse.
Absolutely.
You know, when you compare boxers, you compare reach. You compare one guy's arms to another guy's arms. When you compare two wrestlers, even though you've got that, again, that height of Mitch Paradise, it's still, once they get in and it's that body contact, you know, that height kind of goes away.
Well, and Mitch Paradise going in at about 6'5", nearly 300 pounds. Surfboard now on Craven Knight. Craven with a reversal. There's a boot to the midsection. And now Craven firing back. Oh, rake of the eyes.
Big rake.
I don't care how tough you are, how big you are, how strong you are. Somebody pokes you in the eye, that's it.
Let me try that on you. Let me see. I'll wait till
Don't
later.
you try anything with those greasy palms.
I'm going to try it on Pete Wagner.
Go ahead. That's
let me
fine.
poke Pete Wagner. Oh, see what happens?
You're doing a Three Stooges gimmick here? Yuck, leave him
Oh,
alone.
whatever happens. Curly Moe and whatever. Yeah.
Mitch Paradise now getting in the face of Jay Soltis. You don't mess with the senior official here at Steel Domain Wrestling.
No, you know, and Jay Soltis, again, you know, I give credit where credit's due. Jay Soltis is a phenomenal referee.
He is.
One of the best out there in professional wrestling as far as I'm concerned.
And that is an absolute fact. And we're talking on a national level.
Absolutely.
We don't give Jay Soltis the credit that he deserves. He's been refereeing for about 15, 16 years, and he has handled some big-time matches for various promotions.
And you realize that this guy has come back from hip replacement surgery. On top of that, because of his passion and the love for what he does, he's getting back in the ring just to do this.
Look at the way the neck of Craven Knight is torqued. Look at the expression on
God.
Mitch Paradise. Craven, he's fighting back. Are you serious? Craven off. Watch this now. Craven Knight.
Whoa.
What a shot. Spinning elbow. And now the big man, the champ, is on his bicycle, backed into the corner. Watch Craven Knight. Watch him. Oh,
Wow.
God. Right to the jaw. Rocked the big man.
Oh, my God.
That's 300 pounds. Look at the airplane
Look
spin.
at that.
An old-fashioned Wilbur Snyder, Pat O'Connor airplane spin with 300 pounds on your shoulders. Craven drop kick. Oh, what a drop kick. Oh, man. Craven Knight is showing you why Jim Brunzell says this guy's a blue chipper.
I'll tell you something. The Performance Center is missing out on this young man because he is absolutely hands down incredible. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I can't either.
I'm
You got to put away those bottle cap candies because you're getting a sugar high.
I'm overwhelming myself.
Well, once again, what a tremendous. Oh, Mitch! Big Mitch Paradise. That size 15, that could do it. We got it. Oh. That is pure adrenaline, pure instinct on the part of Craven Knight.
This young guy's got a lot of energy.
I got to tell you something. This is one hell of a championship matchup.
Absolutely.
It's what Steel Domain Wrestling is all about.
You know,
it's no nonsense.
And that's why, Mick, that's why I came back, and that's why I continue to do what I do. As much as I razz, as much as I go on, Steel Domain Wrestling, the best there is in Minnesota, hands down.
Best in the upper Midwest as far as I'm concerned.
Right. You know what? Maybe probably the best independent promotion out there as far as I'm concerned. Well, I'll throw a couple others in there. So,
Craven Knight now signaling he feels he's got Mitch Paradise on the run here. I don't know that I would take this much time, Craven Knight. No, see, he telegraphed it. He telegraphed it. Fall away slam.
Oh, my
Craven
God.
Knight bounced like a rubber ball. You cannot give Mitch Paradise an extra second to breathe, especially when the championship is on the line. If you've got an opportunity, you better damn well take it.
Hey, little unsolicited plug. Give a little plug to our buddy Herb. Go ahead.
No question. Herb Simmons, our buddy Herb, down there with Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling. He gets it. We're looking forward to working with Herb.
Absolutely.
And his tremendous talent.
He's a good guy.
He's not looking forward to working with you at all.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, my God. Mitch Paradise at a 2 7/8, and Tatsiana, what the hell? Once again, get her out of here.
She's a bad, bad girl. She needs a spanking.
She grabbed referee Jay Soltis. Craven Knight was within an eyelash. Oh, no. Mitch went low. Mitch went downstairs.
Low downstairs where?
Pay attention. All of a sudden,
I'm
you're not
paying
watching
attention.
the match. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Oh,
Oh,
God.
there we go.
Oh, what a power bomb.
My buddy Mitch.
What a power bomb. Mitch.
That's why he's the champion. That's why he's the best in the world today.
No, Tatsiana is why Mitch Paradise is still the
I didn't see
champion.
nothing.
How come it is? How is it
Your
that you saw
winner.
everything else in
And
the match
still,
except that?
Steel Domain Wrestling
I just-
Heavyweight
what are you talking
Champion.
about? I didn't
the
see
ultimate
anything.
Male
I saw him
Mitch
pin him.
Paradise.
1, 2, 3. Mitch pinned him. Oh, I love Mitch Paradise. I love him. I want to hug him.
Well, I'm glad
I want his autograph.
your unbiased announcing apparently continues on here. Mitch Paradise with Tatsiana. Tatsiana very instrumental there. Craven Knight within an absolute eyelash of becoming the Steel Domain Heavyweight Champion, and with Tatsiana's interference, with her distraction, Mitch Paradise went downstairs. He went low on the Extreme Assassin Craven Knight, followed up with a vicious power bomb. Mitch Paradise, still the Steel Domain Heavyweight Champion.
What do you mean by low?
You know something? Get the hell out of here. I'm going to wrap up the show with the architect, Ed Hellier. Go have another bottle cap.
Okay. They're good. They're sugary and sweet, lovely, yummy in my belly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Duggan.
Danny Duggan is the man with arms of steel and ass with sex appeal. I'm jacked, I'm fanny packed, I'm hotshot Danny Duggan. On May 14th, Steel Domain Wrestling rolls into Richfield, Minnesota, and so does hotshot Danny Duggan. And Big Mitch Paradise, you're walking around with something that's mine, something that was mine for a very long time, the Steel Domain Wrestling Championship. So if you're as big and bad as you think you are, and I assure you I'm bigger, you show up on May 14th with that championship, you show up with your girlfriend, and when it's all said and done, I'm gonna leave with it all.
That's Steel Domain Wrestling. Danny Duggan is ready for a fight.
Whether you want to travel on-road, off-road, or off the grid, we've got you covered. When you want the best protection from everything Mother Nature can throw at you, we've got that covered too. If you want high-quality truck bed liners and accessories designed to endure the elements and last a lifetime, ask for Line-X Spray-On Protective Coatings and travel on. Don't just protect it, Line-X it. When buying your new truck, ask for Line-X by name.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Tatsiana and your Steel Domain Wrestling Champion, Mitch Paradise. Mitch, what is your response to Danny Duggan?
Of course, Danny wants another shot at Mitch Paradise. I'm the champ, and I got the greatest manager next to me, Tatsiana. Danny Duggan, you're like a bad boomerang. You keep coming back. Another beating from Mitch Paradise. Well, I'm going to be the FedEx man next time I face you, Danny Duggan, and I'm going to deliver with the worst beating of your life. All while Tatsiana is smiling in approval, and we're going to the top of the world because we are the best SDW has ever seen.
Wrestling fans, we are back at the American Legion Auditorium in Richfield, Minnesota. Just an extraordinary main event that we just saw a few minutes ago. Craven Knight coming within an eyelash of winning the Steel Domain Championship from Mitch Paradise. We had ring ropes breaking. We had the Golden Idol interfering. We had chains. We had brass knuckles. A little bit of everything. But Ed, I want to ask you something because I know you were in conference there with Commissioner Morris Merrill. Mitch Paradise was all over the place this evening. He got himself involved with Danny Duggan. Of course, the situation here with Craven Knyte. Tatsiana interfering. What in the world were you and Morris talking about? I know it had something to do with May 14th.
Well, here's what we have to do because we have to maintain integrity in our main events. So what we're going to do on May 14th, we have a very important title shot, Mitch Paradise and Danny Duggan. And what we're going to do tonight is that night on the 14th, Tatsiana will be in the corner of Mitch Paradise, and then Danny Duggan's corner, none other than Craven Knight's going to be in there, keep an eye on stuff for Danny. What do you think of that?
I think that is absolutely tremendous. Tatsiana, of course, instrumental in Mitch maintaining his grip on the Steel Domain Championship. So Mitch Paradise really has two mortal enemies in that matchup. Craven Knight, on the outside of the ring, hotshot Danny Duggan on the inside. The cards are certainly stacked against the champ.
Well, Craven's a no-nonsense guy. I totally trust him, and he'll make sure that, everything stays in order because we just can't have this anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a great night here at the Richfield American Legion. May 14th is the date. Steel Domain Wrestling coming back at you. Promoter Ed Hellier, the architect, who incidentally received a very nice certificate of appreciation, shattered by the Temple of Terror a little bit earlier on, but Ed has made the announcement. May 14th, main event, Duggan and Paradise, one-on-one for the Steel Domain Championship. Tatsiana on one side, Craven Knight on the other side.
Can I ask you one question? Can you get me another certificate?
It was $1.
Well, you should be able to handle that.
Can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, May 14th, Richfield, Minnesota.